Yesterday I set out to explore one of the most historic hiking routes along the Jæren coastline, which is called the King's Road or Kongevegen in Hå Municipality. I parked the car in Obrestad Harbour, a small but historically important harbour facing the North Sea. Just nearby stands Obrestad Lighthouse, where I've been many times before, and I've made quite a few videos from there. So I headed south from the harbour. As I was walking along Kongevegen, I found myself in a very special type of landscape, shaped not only by human history, but also by deep geological shifts, mainly during the Ice Age, because the coastline here was carved by the glaciers during the last Ice Age, more than 10,000 years ago. As the ice retreated, it left behind smooth bedrock, rolling deposits of stone and gravel, and the wide open terrain that makes Jæren so distinct today. As I was walking through this landscape, I tried to capture some of the landscape in my camera. I wanted to show the contrast, the open farmland, the weathered rocks, and the raw power of the sea. So in this video I wanted to take you with me on this journey, walking south from Obrestad Harbour, along the old King's Road, through one of the most beautiful and historic landscapes on the Norwegian coast. It's a windy Sunday evening, and I decided to go for a walk here at Obrestad Harbour. I parked the car back at Obrestad Harbour, and then I'm walking towards the south, following an old route called the King's Road. It's very windy today, and I forgot to bring the wind muff for my microphone, so I'm trying to shield the microphone as best as I can from the wind. So this region on the southwest coast of Norway is called Jæren, and it's a very, very productive farmland. And you can see the landscape is very flat and wide open. And the landscape opens up towards the North Sea. So the weather can be quite rough here. A lot of winds all year around. So I come to this place quite often, but I've never actually walked in this direction. So I don't know how far I will be going today, but I think I want to just get to the top of that hill. You can see straight ahead there, just to have a look at what kind of view is behind that hill. So the microphone is struggling in this wind, so now I've tried to place it under my buff, just to see if this is a viable solution to the wind problem. But I don't know if the sound will be too muffled. So one very clear sign of spring is that the farmers have started spreading manure on their fields. So the smell here is quite strong. Makes it a bit challenging to fully enjoy the experience. So you see all these stones down at the beach, and even here at the edge of this hill. And you can also see all the boulders out on this field. So this is all a marine, what do you call it? It's a marine landscape. It's all these stones and boulders were deposited here by the glaciers during the last ice age, and it made farming in this area very challenging. So they had to pick up all the rocks and boulders, and that's why they built all these stone fences that you can see all over the place. And every spring new stones has surfaced, and if they want to grow any crops, they have to clear the fields from all these stones. So it's a tedious work. So I'm getting close to the top of this hill, so I'm kind of excited to see what's on the other side. So there seems to be another little harbor on the other side there. You can see a couple of boathouses. It's nice to see how they made this area accessible for the public, and they have made these little step ladders so that you can climb all the fences. There's a lot of sheep on this field, so I try to walk carefully. I don't want to scare them off. They have all these tiny little lambs. I always find these old buildings that's left to just crumble. This is an old boathouse, and you can see some old fishing equipment on the loft. There's a lot of fishing nets and buoys and stuff inside. I don't think I want to go inside because it looks like it's been it can topple over any time now. They have tried to sturdy it up with this stuff here, but the whole building is tilting to the side, and the wind today is quite strong. So, but I made a few images here. It's very peaceful. I met 2 people that were walking the other direction, and that's all. So I have this whole area to myself. So I think this is a bridge, because there's a tiny little canal or something here. Tiny little river maybe. Looks artificial. I mentioned I'm walking on the old King's Road, and I don't know how it got that name. I was doing some research on my phone, and the King's Road is a stretch of it is a hiking path or a trail approximately 10 kilometers long, going along the coast here, and it mainly follows an old riding route along the coast from the old days before all the other roads were built. So here we have some more of these boat houses. This one looks better kept, so they're probably still in use. A nice little bench where you can sit and enjoy the view. So when I'm walking along the coast here, I always come across these old derelict boathouses, and most of them are not in use anymore. But I know that in the older days, the farmers they couldn't farm during the winter, so during winter they had to resort to fishing to provide for their families. So they most of the farms along the coast here, they have a boathouse they have maybe a little molo where they could keep their boats safe from the winds, and times have changed. So the sun is getting low on the horizon, and I should be heading back to the car, so I'm just gonna go back the same way I came. This was a nice little walk, and even though the wind is quite strong, it's not too cold. So the temperature is around 12 degrees Celsius. So whenever I travel to the Jæren area, I'm trying to document the landscape, and I've talked about this many times in my other videos, but I find it a bit challenging to make good and to compose the images when the landscape is so flat. I seem to get a lot of sky in my images, and on days with clear blue sky they tend to be a bit boring, but if I point the camera down, I only get a lot of green grass, so that's kind of boring too. So, but when I find stuff like this, these old buildings and some farm animals and these stone fences, I can get some more interesting images, I think. When I was walking the other direction, I had the wind in my back, but now I'm walking straight into the wind, and it's making my eyes water. And the wind has picked up a bit since I started. So the sheep has come down all the way to the water side now. See if I can get any nice shots of these tiny little lambs. Whenever I'm out walking in a straight line along the coast like this, I stay motivated as I'm getting farther and farther away. But I always struggle to stay motivated for the way back. It's always more boring because you've seen everything before. And I'm also just now walking straight into the sun, so I can't see it very much because the sun is so low, so it's all just a lot of shadows. So if I want to take any pictures, I have to turn around and photograph the place I've already been. So I'm walking along a ridge here with a fairly steep drop down to the beach area down there. It's a grassy hill, but it's very, very steep. So if I slip and slide on the grass, I could tumble all the way to the bottom here. So I can see Obrestad Harbour up ahead now, where I parked the car. And that's good because the wind is getting really strong now. So on this walk, I brought my Canon R6 Mark II with the 24 to 105 millimeter zoom lens. That made it easier for me to compose my images, because some of the places I walked today, it's not easy to just take a step back, because you're standing on a very narrow path and you have boulders on both sides. So on these kind of walks, for landscape photography, I do prefer to have a zoom lens. But earlier today I was walking in the mountains. I only brought the Fujifilm X106, and I do enjoy having just that very light setup, and so easy to just carry it around your neck, just like I'm doing with the Canon now, but I can feel the weight straining a bit more when I'm carrying this camera. So I didn't bring any camera backpack or anything like that, because I wanted to have a very minimalist setup today. I'm filming on the DJI Pocket 3, and between shots I just put it in my pocket, hence the name. So I've heard many people talking about this camera not being pocketable, but in a jacket pocket it fits perfectly, and I've learned to not worry too much about breaking the gimbal, because the gimbal, it's more sturdy than one would think. And when I'm filming on the Pocket 3, I've decided to just stick to the normal 10-bit color mode. I'm not don't want to waste any time trying to color grade the D-Log M, and I like the normal look of the normal color mode. Makes it so much more easy to just dump it on my computer and just drag it onto the timeline, not having to do any any color grading at all. I'm finally back on asphalt and only have a couple of 100 meters to go back to Obrestad Harbour, where I parked the car. And it's now 9 p.m. and I think the sun will set in about half an hour. The drive back from here back home is 30-35 minutes, so I guess it will be dark when I get back home. But this was a very refreshing walk. I think I got some nice images on this walk. I can't always judge just by looking at the screen on the camera, so when I get back home and can have a proper look on my computer, we'll see. I did bring a tripod today, but it happens all the time whenever I bring a tripod, I just keep carrying it. I'm just too impatient to set up the tripod, so I've said it many times, I should just stick to handheld all the time. So this is Obrestad Harbour. Cozy little harbour. A lot of tiny little fishing boats. I'll be heading back home now, and thank you for watching the video. Hope you enjoyed the walk, and click a like if you like the video, and I always appreciate comments. If you have anything you want to add to what I've said in this video.